Hello and Assalamualaikum. Today's video is regarding tax returns for students in Germany. So before I jump into the topic, I'd like to tell you one thing. This topic is quite complex. So it took me also some time to understand everything, to digest everything. So I did some research, I had my own experience in this area, and I also took some seminars. About these seminars, usually these seminars happen in all the big cities in Germany. So I will post the link in the description. If you find your city, I will suggest go there. These seminars are free for everybody, so you can just go there and attend this. Sometime, mostly it's in German, but it could happen that you could find an English seminar in your city. But I will suggest go to this link. So this video will be divided into 6 parts mainly. Actually, I would say 5.5 parts. First part is who can apply taxes. Second part is what things you should know before applying. Third part is what is the requirement for it, like what things you should have before applying. Fourth part, how many things you can claim during your tax returns that you have paid during your studies. Fifth part is how you can claim these things, like how you should fill the form. So I will be doing this a mock tax return for you guys, that I will be claiming all the taxes and then I will be making a video of it. And the sixth part, or the half part of it, is like the bonus tips from my side. So the first part of the video is about who can apply for these taxes. As the title says, it's for students. So anybody who wanted to come to Germany for studying, who's still studying in Germany, who have completed their studies, this video is for them. I would suggest watch this video till the end, because there might be new things for you that you didn't know before, and there are also so many things that even the Germans don't know about it. So I would suggest watch this video till the end. It might be beneficial for you. So the next part of this video is about things you need to know before applying for the tax returns. So as it says tax return, that means you should pay taxes in order to get the tax return. As per 2018, if you're earning more than 9,000 euros gross salary per annum, that means then you are paying taxes to the government, and then you can apply for the tax returns. Otherwise, you're not allowed, or you're not eligible for tax returns because you haven't paid any taxes. So I would suggest once you start earning more than 9,000 euros, then you should apply for the tax return. One more thing which I recommend, that okay, usually if you're doing masters and bachelors in Germany, you can finish these things in 4 years, and from the fifth year you can start working. Once you start working, you can apply for the tax returns for the last 4 years, because you studied in Germany, and Germany allows you to apply for the taxes for the last 4 years. That means, suppose you started studying in 2018, so 2018, 19, 20, 21. You can apply for these 4 years tax returns by the end of 2022. So you still have time till the end of fifth year. So don't worry that you will lose your money, but you can still apply for the tax returns once you started working. So I will suggest once you complete your masters or bachelor and you started working, then apply for the tax return. It will be beneficial for you because then you can get the best out of it. And one more thing which I wanted to mention in this part is you can only apply for the tax returns once 1 year. Like suppose if I started I started my studies in 2014. And if I did my taxes for 2014 and forgot to claim some things in 2014, that means I cannot go back and file for tax return again. I cannot go back. So this is a major thing you should know. That's why I'm saying it's better to do it once you started working in Germany, not before. Because if you do that, you might forget to claim few things, and or maybe you claimed these things but you didn't pay any taxes, so you cannot get it back. So I would suggest do it once you start working in Germany, not before. And one more thing, suppose you did it for 2016 and you said for 2014 and 15 I will do it afterwards. No, if you did it for 1 year, every year, all the years that is before that year will be blocked. Like suppose if I did it for 2016, means that 2015 and 14 will be blocked. I cannot do it again. So I would suggest when you're doing it, do it for all years. Otherwise, if you did it for last, like suppose I started my studies in 2014 and I did it only for 2017, and I said, oh okay, I can do 2014, 15 and 16 once I started working. That will not going to work, because if I did it for 2017 and already did it for 2017, then all my previous years will be blocked. I cannot do the tax return for them. So keep this thing in mind. I did this mistake that I only did it for 2016. I couldn't able to do it for 2015, 14. So all my previous years will be blocked. So that's the thing that I made a mistake. I don't want you guys to make that mistake. The third part is the eligibility part, like what things you should have before applying for the taxes. Okay, in Germany, once you register yourself in the city and once your visa is extended, you get a personal identification number by post. If you didn't get it, then I would suggest go to the finance arm. Finance arm is the Department of Finance or something like that, which actually deals with all your taxes and stuff. So just Google finance amount and your city name, then you get to know where it is. Go to them and ask for your tax number. One more thing which might be you might need it, but I forgot to that you if you want to mention it, but it's also a very important number. If you wanted to live in Germany, these two numbers you should have. The second number is called social security number. Okay, this social security number you can also get it from your health insurance. If it is a private insurance, health insurance, you can email them and call them that they should give you your social security number and the second, or if they have an office, then you can go to them and ask for it. The social security number usually have some initials of from your name and your date of birth and some extra numbers. And the tax number, which is also called personal identification number, this number has 11 digits. So just to clarify, you need to have these two things before you apply for the taxes. And also you need to have a bank account in Germany. Probably everybody should have a bank account, but the tax return which you're going to apply, they will come to your bank account. So these three things you should have before applying for the taxes. Now comes the best part of the video. How many things you can claim from your study period into your tax returns. So actually this sounds very good. There are so many things that you have paid during your studies that you can claim in your tax returns once you start paying taxes. That means once you started earning more than 9,000 euros, then there are so many things that you can claim from your study period in your tax returns. So let's jump into it. So the first thing that you can claim in your tax returns, that is also one of the biggest, and you usually all students pay this thing, your semester fee or your tuition fee, and your semester fee and your tuition fee, and you also, if you paid anything for your exam or your seminars, then all these fees you can claim during your tax returns. I would suggest one thing, all the things which I am going to tell in this part, if you have some kind of like a receipt for all the things, then make a list of these receipts and put them in one file. So you should have everything ready when you do your tax returns. You should have everything right there and then with the date and everything, that when you paid this amount and how much you paid, everything should be there. Because once you file your tax returns, sometimes the finance amount asks for your proof as well. So if you have these receipts, you can give it as a proof, but sometimes they don't, they just trust what you paid. And sometimes they also know, like suppose like in my university, they already know that I have paid 145 euros per semester, so you cannot cheat on that. So there I would suggest, whatever you have paid, keep saving all the proofs. So then once you start applying for the taxes, then you should have everything in your hand. Second thing that you can claim in this category is about relocation fee. Okay, once you started your studies in Germany, that means you relocated yourself. Like if you started in the same city, then, but usually the international students coming from a different part of the world, they actually relocated to Germany. If you have some transportation fee, or if you paid for any luggage or something like that, you can also give that proof. But if you don't have any proof, then you also ask for as a lump sum amount, which is 764 euros per annum, or like annually. You can say that, okay, I have relocated myself here and I have it, then I need this relocation fee, which is 764 euros. You don't need any proof for it. You can get. Now comes to the third thing which you can claim, which is called the telephone cost or the internet cost. Without any proof, you can actually get 20 euros per month without any proof. So I would suggest take this 20 euros per month, and for the year it's like 240 euros per annum. You can get this without any receipts or without any proof. But I would suggest, if you have a prepaid phone, anything, just keep accumulating all those proofs, because if they ask for it, then you should have it. If not, but you can still get this lump sum amount, which is 240 euros per year. You can get this amount. This is the third thing that you can get as a tax return. So the fourth thing which you can claim is called transportation. Okay, in this transportation, you can claim your semester tickets as well. Like usually the semester tickets are in the semester fee, but if it is not, then you can still claim it separately and you can ask for it. Okay, I have bought this semester ticket and I need back. I would suggest keep those semester tickets with you as a proof. So if finance and ask for it, you should have those. But if you are a person who likes to bike to the university and who has a car or who has a motorcycle, anything, or moped or anything like that, you get a 30 cents per kilometer as a lump sum amount. So suppose if your house is around like 10 kilometers away from your university, so each day you are going 20 kilometers per day, so 30 cents, you can multiply it, you'll get this amount per year. Like they will do a realistic amount, like okay, maybe you have been to university 200 times, 200 days in a year, so they will multiply all those kilometers and give you a lump sum amount back to you as your tax returns. One more thing which you can claim: how many times you've been to the library. Okay, nobody can give the proof of that, how many times you've been to library. So you can actually give a realistic number. Okay, I've been to library, like I don't know, 80 times per year or 90 times per year. So they will also going to measure distance from your house to the library, and whatever kilometers you have, they will give you 30 cents per kilometer for that as well. So these are the things that they trust you. Okay, you going to the library, even if you should never been to the library, you can say okay, I've never been to the library, but still if you say it, they will give you some realistic number. Like if you say okay, I've been to library 80 times, that is a very realistic number, and they will give you money for that as well. I have taken that money as well, so, and I've been to library also many times. So this is the thing I would suggest. Fifth thing is like stationery or your work related item. Like suppose if you're in a university and you have to buy like safety shoes or maybe a lab coat or anything, calculator or anything like that, you can buy it and then you can also get claim for that thing. I don't know, pens, pencils, or maybe registers or notebooks, anything, or any book. Whatever you buy, if you have a proof, you can claim it. Otherwise, if you don't have any proof, they were going to give you 110 euros without any proof as a lump sum amount. So this is the amount that is being set by the finance aunt. 110 euros per annum they will give you without any proof. So suppose if your spendings are less than 110 euros, I would suggest take the lump sum amount. And if your spendings are more than 110 euros, then I would suggest claim all those things and then get all the money back. So the sixth thing, which is called electronic gadgets. Okay, I have claimed my mobile phone and my laptop during my tax returns. So during my studies, I bought a laptop and I bought a mobile phone. I've claimed these two things during my tax returns. So all the electronic gadgets that you've bought during your studies. Okay, I'm talking about all those electronic gadgets that is actually beneficial for your studies. Like suppose if you buy a mobile phone. I'm talking about the normal mobile phone. I will not say that if you buy an iPhone X, that is too expensive for you, and a student don't need an iPhone for their studies. Normal phone will work. And laptop, you should, if you bought a, like I don't know, like gaming PC for 3,000 euros, then you're probably not going to get all that money back. There's a limit, there's a cap on it, cap on everything. So I bought a laptop of like 600 euros and my phone was 400 euros, so I got that money back. But the thing is, if your phone or laptop, anything, any electronic item which is more than 410 euros, then that means you will get that money in some years. Like suppose if it is 500 euros, then 410 euros I will get that in the year that I bought, and the rest of the money I will get in the year next to it. So whatever you have paid for your device, if it is more than 410 euros, then they will going to divide that in years, but you're still going to get all money back. So I will suggest 1 year you should buy a laptop and the other year you should buy a phone or anything, or maybe a Kindle or maybe printer or something like that. Whatever you buy, get proof of everything, take receipts, take pictures of your receipts, everything, anything, make an online copy of everything, but still you should have everything with you, so you know, okay, on which date you bought something and how much you paid for it. So when you apply for the tax returns, they actually ask for it, and if they ask for the proof, you have to give them the proof. My experience that I have claimed my mobile phone and laptop and I got that money back. And as I told you that my phone and my laptop was actually more than 410 euros, and it was 700 euros. So I got that money back in some years, but I still get that money back. So now the last thing that you can claim is also very good opportunity for the people who wanted to go for the semester exchange program, or you're going for the internship. There is a lump sum amount for internship and for semester abroad as well. Okay, one thing is like suppose you've been to an internship and you couldn't able to sublet your room in your, like suppose if you went to an internship somewhere in Frankfurt and you are studying in Freiburg. So actually what happened, like when you went to the Frankfurt, you are paying rent in Frankfurt as well and also in Freiburg because you couldn't able to sublet your room. So for 3 months in 1 year, I'm talking about, like suppose you started your internship in October. So October, November, December. For these 3 months, you will get the rent of one apartment as well. So, but I would suggest sublet your room. But if you couldn't able to sublet your room, then you're still going to get one room's rent from, you can claim that rent during your tax returns. So, but only for 3 months in 1 year. So I would suggest, like, suppose if your internship is for 6 months, I would suggest start doing in October. So October, November, December will be in 1 year, and then January, February, March will be in second year. Then you can claim all these 6 months, 3 months in 1 year and 3 months in another year. So you can get rent for all the 6 months from your tax claim. And one more thing, is the same goes for the semester exchange as well. Like, suppose if you're going in the winter semester for the semester exchange program, you can still do that same thing for your apartment in your city where you're studying, and still you can don't have to sublet it. But I would suggest sublet it, because this is something which will be very hard for you to prove that, okay, I was in another city and I couldn't able to sublet my room, because usually it's in Germany it's very easy to sublet a room. You're probably going to find some subletters that will going to sublet your room. One thing which is very important as well, for each working day you will get a lump sum amount as your daily wage kind of thing, or daily money for you. Like, suppose if your parents are giving money for it. So if you're on internship, every day you can get 22 euros. You don't have to prove anything. This is a lump sum amount. You get 22 euros without anything. Like suppose this 22 euros is for your food and your traveling and something like that. So if you're going for 3 months, all the working days are there. In the 3 months, you will get 22 euros without any proof for your internship. And suppose if you're going to some other country, like suppose maybe you're going to Switzerland, or maybe in Norway, or maybe Tokyo, then this will be more. Then you get around 74 euros per day for working day. You get the 74 euros. So this is a lump sum amount that will be given to you by the finance amount when you file for the tax return. So this is something very useful for the people who wanted to go for the semester exchange, or wanted to do, or already has an internship plan. So this is something very important and very beneficial for the people who wanted to do this thing. So one more thing which is also important when you're going for your semester exchange or internship. Suppose if you've been to any country or any city, and you have to buy either health insurance or some other insurance, anything that you have to buy for that country, then you can also claim that health insurance for 3 months in your tax returns as well. 3 months in 1 year. So like, suppose if it is 3 months in 1 year, 3 months in another year, then you can claim it for both those years. But if you are paying anything separate than your health insurance, like, because you pay health insurance in your company in Germany, but if that health insurance is not applicable in the country which you're going in, and you have to buy the health insurance over there as well, then you can also provide the proof of it, and you can also get that health insurance back as well. So this is also something which is you should know. So now I have mentioned almost all the highlighted stuff that you can claim during your tax returns from your study period. So if you're still studying, I would suggest start gathering all the proof. And if you've already studied and you don't have any proof of it, I would suggest try to get those proofs from your university, or from all the things that you bought, or anyhow, if you can, that's the best thing. If you don't, then only apply for the things that is like a lump sum amount from the finance amount. The website which I'm going to use, that website is actually giving all the lump sum amounts by itself. So don't have to worry about anything. That website will tell you, okay, sometimes this website is also very good, that if your spendings are less than the lump sum amount, then it will tell you that, okay, you should take the lump sum amount. So please apply only for the things that you have proof. If not, it's not a big problem that when you apply for it, and if you don't have the proof and they ask for it, they will and you don't have it, then they will going to simply subtract that amount from your tax return. But I would suggest only apply for the things that you have proof of it. Otherwise, take the lump sum amount, nothing more or nothing less. You will still get a lot of money back from the lump sum amount. So don't be greedy to do that as what you have. So now, how to do your taxes. So this part I will make a separate video, because I will do the screen capture software, and in this screen capture I will show you the website which I've been using, and from which this is the same website that I use for my tax returns. And I will be telling you all things that you should mention. I will be doing the complete mock text file thing for you guys, so you will know, okay, what things you should mention and where to mention and everything like that. So I would suggest, like, if you haven't subscribed the channel, subscribe the channel, so if I upload a new video you will get a notification of it. Share it with your friends. Many people don't know about it. It's very good if everybody knows, and everybody has the right to claim their taxes back once they start paying taxes. So please do that. And I would suggest, if you haven't understood anything, write in the comment below, and if there is something which is very special for you, like if there is, I don't know, a special scenario, a special case with you, then also write in the comment so I can answer there. And also please don't write me personal messages, because your problem could be also some other people's problem as well. So if you write in the comment and I will write the answer down, then they can benefit from your question as well. So please do that. Till next video, Allah Hafiz.